Hey, what's up? How's it going? I want to talk to you today about some plants. Now, it's popular to have houseplants now, I get it, and I wanted to tell you that over time, all of these different variegations or variations, they're just going to go away. I've kind of been watching that happen. So if you learn how to propagate your own plants, you'll be able to kind of keep the ones around longer that you want. And one type of plant that I tend to have a lot of right now is called Syngonium. It's the one that has the arrowhead shaped leaves. And you know, some people say they're not easy to take care of. I think they're pretty easy to take care of. They're rather easy to propagate. In fact, I brought this one back from the dead. Can you see in there? Okay, so here's what the deal is. So first of all, see the plant, the arrowhead shaped thing, right? As far as bringing it back from the dead, you see in here how there's like the like let's say this weren't growing a new leaf right here. I basically, the plant was totally dead and I clipped them all fresh and I put them in new dirt, okay? I didn't put them in water. I put them in new dirt. There was no leaf, nothing left. And over time, they started to kind of push out. You can see this one here. How do I show you? There. See this brown thing? That's gonna be a new leaf. That's basically what it looked like when it was going to start a new thing. They're really easy to kill when they're like this. If you forget to water it, forget it. If you overwater it, forget it, right? And then it starts to push out this kind of green thing. You can see there's a little bit more shape. How can I do? Yeah, there's a little bit more shape here, and then eventually turns into a thing that's going to unfurl. This one actually doesn't look like it's doing very well, but obviously these are doing fine. So, you know, if you get 5 or 6 of them in there, maybe 3 will live, which is what looks like happening here. I'm totally happy with that. I ended up with a lot of them because I was looking for one in particular, and I tend to buy my plants very, very small. And sometimes they change. So that is the case with these. So here's a good example. I have a big one of these. See, look at this. It's still arrowhead shape. It has this cool, it's supposed to be kind of burgundy in there, the veins. Can you see that? Okay. This one I actually clipped myself off of a larger plant that I recently put on my top shelf, which I'm definitely not getting down. But if you can see these nodes here, you can totally see that, right? I'm pretty sure you can. They're bumps, right? You can see that. If you cut below there and put that in water with 1 or 2 leaves on the top, it's going to work out for you. I have a little propagation station that I could show you another time where there is some sunshine, but it's mostly reflected bright light because I don't have any special lighting or anything. So this is successful. I've done it twice. There's another one sitting over there that's a little bit newer. And I also watched the larger plant to see if it was actually going to do anything. And it did. It sprouted 2 new leaves out of the place where I cut it off. And there's one starting at the bottom. Okay, so you see this? That's the one I'm showing you, right? And this is a smaller version, but it also has that kind of veiny red thing. See, I was looking for that, and you could see that I have 2 that kind of failed. They didn't keep their color. But they're still beautiful plants. I love them. This one's actually leaning really bad because it sits on an altar in my other room. So it's surrounded by crystals and stuff, so it kind of leans out. That's why it's doing that. See? The other thing is people say these are hard to take care of. Did I already say that? Not hard to take care of. You just can't blast them with sunshine, and you can't keep them in the dark. They don't want to be soggy, but they definitely want to be relatively evenly moist. Now this is one of my favorite ones. It's rather dark. It's a little elusive. So it's actually really cool. You kind of have to get up close to it to really see the details of the leaves, okay? So they are a very, very dark green with a lot of red. So if you look at it in the wrong light, it just looks brown. But as you can see, as I rotate it, there's a lot of glory in these little guys. And it's growing funny. See, it's spread out and put in a new leaf. See, when plants do stuff like this, they're easy to take care of, okay? It grew it, so I didn't have to make it do that. Granted, though, on the other side, I'm trying to make it do that. It's not listening to me. Apparently, it only does this when it wants to. I also have this other one. This is the very first one I got. I might say this is also my favorite. It's kind of funny. It grew out sideways. I'm trying to force it to grow roots to these parts that are closest to the earth. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but you can see here, see where there's no leaf right here? Well, I clipped it because I wanted to see, can I propagate this? And I can. There it is. I put it in some water for a while, and now it's in this little pot, okay? So, I don't know. I think these are really cool. I think that there are some out there that are really intricate. They might not be easy to find a second time. So if you see anything really cool, I would buy it if you feel like dealing with some houseplants. So they are often called the arrowhead shaped plant, and there's probably some other thing. Let me know if you have any questions. I kind of wouldn't mind doing some plant talking on Saturday. It's very loud out there. And yeah, can I say one more time? Yay, plants!